Hello guys, so welcome to KO Tutorials. So let's continue with the next part of this tutorial. So let's get started. So as you can see over here, we have started with the lighting of this particular stall over here. So now what I'll be doing over here is like I'll be assigning some more lights. So what I'll do over here is like let's go into the lights and let's go into the target light. So I'll go into this target light and add a target light. So let's go over here and I'll take a target light right over here and I'll drag it down. So let's go into this and I'll go over here. I can activate the V-Ray shadow. Let's go over here. I'll activate this and see how it's going to look like. I can just select this light and I'll make it as uniform diffuse over here and let's make it as warm. Let's go into this and I can work with this illumination. Let's go into rendering. Let's render it. Let's render it once. So what I can do is I can just go over here and I can slightly increase the illumination of the light. Then you can see some visibility over here. So if you go into rendering, go into render setup, go into environment. So if you make it a bit darker and now you render it, and you can see the illumination over here of the lights. So again I'll select this. So we have set this as a point light over here. Again render it. Again I'll select this. Again I'll make some copies. I'll make it as instance over here. Again I'll make it as instance and let's render it once again over here to see the illumination. Much better. Select this, slightly increase the multiplier. I can slightly increase the multiplier over here and I can resize it. Let's just resize it. Let's again render it. Looks better. Apart from that, I'll again take one more V-ray light and I'll just place it. So instead of, I'll just make it as a white temperature over here, and I'll increase the multiplier. And again render it. Okay, this is very high. So let's just make it to 6 over here. Still we can reduce the intensity. I'll make it to 3 over here, and let's render it once again. So if you are going to change the temperature, let's make it as warm only. So warm would be looking much better. So I'm making it look it as warm. Now what I'll do over here is like, I'll go over here, I'll select this, inverse it, and I'll just detach this. So I'll just detach it over here. So I can just convert to poly. Okay, I'll just undo it again. Again I'll select the polygons. I'll go down and I'll detach this element and detach as clone over here. Okay. So I'll select the polygons and I'll delete this. So I'll get this separate element. I'll go into this light. Let's take a V-ray light. And I'll go into this and let's make it as a mesh light. Let's go into the mesh and pick a mesh over here. Let's go into this, go into the temperature. Now if you want to render it once again, let's render and see how it's going to look like. Okay. So we can illuminate it. So we do have some options over here. Double-sided, and if you keep it as invisible, then it's not going to be visible. So you can just off this and make it as double-sided over here. So we do have a multiplier as well. I can control the multiplier over here as well. Now again render it. Alright. So what I'll do is, I'll again if you look at it, as you can see, it's illuminating the area. So I can select this and I can slightly change the temperature over here, and multiplier is okay right now over here. So I can do the same with this as well. So I'll just inverse it, and again I'll go into this and I'll again detach this element detach as clone over here. Again, let's select the polygons and delete it. Again, I'll go over here, again take a V-Ray light and let's make it as mesh, pick mesh. Okay, so we can go with the same properties if needed. So that's 6, and I'll copy this, click on this. So I'll go into this and make it as temperature, and I'll make this as 6 again. Now this looks better. Now let's render it from here once again and see how it's looking like. Alright. So let it render once and see. So up till now we have just applied the light material. So now we have applied a mesh light on it. Alright. So that will be doing it for the same for all. So let's do that. Again, I'll select this, inverse it, and let's detach it. Again, select this and delete it. Again, take a V-Ray light. Again, go into this and make it as mesh. And we do have, let's pick the mesh, go into the temperature, make change to the temperature again. So if you want, we can off the shadows for the objects if not needed. So double-sided we have activated it. We can activate the double-sided as well. And let's render it once again. Alright. So guys, if any doubts, please put it in the comment section over here. So please like and subscribe my YouTube channel if you're not subscribed yet. So we'll continue the rest of the part in the coming tutorial. So thanks for watching this tutorial.